YouTube. What's good, guys? It's your boy TD, and I'm back again with another live, guys. And tonight's live is going to be on 5 running back sleepers that have great ADP value. I said what I said, 5 running back sleepers that have great ADP value. So listen, guys, make sure you hit the like button, subscribe to this channel. This is cutting edge content. So today, guys, I'm gonna talk about a little bit of news first. Before I get to my 5 sleepers. Also, guys, I want to shout out all the guys that's in here first. That's what I want to start doing because we're getting close to that season. So Harambe, first one in the building. Yes, sir, Harambe. I see you, bro. Yes, sir. D Lion, what's popping? Jaden Daniels. D Lion talking about Tyjae. You know it, bro. Yes, sir. Tyjae, one of those guys. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes up, fellas, as you come in. Let's get the likes up. Harambe in the building. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. D Lion, Jaden Daniels, Jeremy Clay in the building. What's going on with you, Jeremy Clay? Yes, sir. And the first one in here, man, I got to show respect. Hector. What's going on, Hector? Yes, sir, guys. I'm not on the vertical live. I wanted to try this live out tonight and see how it was popping, right? Okay, let's see here. Yep, Big Will in the house. What's going on with your Big Will? Yes, sir, bruh. Yes, sir. Okay, here. So let's go talk. Let's read it. Let's go talk about some news. Let's see what the news is talking about, guys. Let's see what the news is talking about. Okay, there we go. See, what's some good relevant news that we can talk about? Let me see what's going down, guys. Inquinamian St. Brown. That's Amon-Ra's brother, guys. I didn't know Amon-Ra got a huge family. Inquinamian St. Brown played for the Green Bay Packers early in his career, and then he went through some injuries. He was going to be really good, but he went through some injuries and he kind of fell off. But he has a hamstring injury. He's playing for the New Orleans Saints. So he looks like to be dealing with a hamstring injury, and he's been dealing with injuries his whole career. So it looks like he's gonna be out, but he's really not fantasy valuable. So I just mentioned it because he's Amon-Ra's brother, but nobody's really worried about him. Dorian Thompson-Robinson, the rookie that came in when Deshaun Watson went down before they actually put Joe Flacco in the game. He practiced Tuesday. He was coming off a injury. I mean, which is today, right? He practiced today. So I think this guy has a lot of potential. If you're in a dynasty league, I think he's a buy low. You can get him for a 5th round pick, 6th round pick, last pick of your draft, depending on how your league is set up. This guy, I think, has potential. I think he just needs to sit behind a veteran for a couple of years. So yes, he is back at practice today. TJ Elwitz, the linebacker from the Chicago Bears. You know, the Chicago Bears was a top 5 defense in the 4th quadrant last year, guys. Just want you to know that. TJ Elwitz was a big part of that. So he's healthy again. He's practicing. Let's see. Brian Burns, you know, the New York Giants traded for him to be a pass rusher from the Carolina Panthers, and he's dealing with an ankle injury. He should be okay. Guys, DJ Moore, he's going to sign a 4-year, $110 million extension. So they said that Moore has agreed to a 4-year, $110 million extension with the Bears that includes $82.6 million guaranteed, according to ESPN's Adam Scheffler. The star wideout is set to lead the Bears receiving room with veteran Keenan Allen and rookie Rome Odunze, in addition to number 1 overall pick Caleb Williams being the quarterback. So guys, that's why I'm not picking anybody really off the Bears outside of DJ Moore. I don't know how that's going to be broken down, that target share. I know a lot of you love Rome Odunze, but he's going to go there and ball and be a top 12, top 24 wide receiver with DJ Moore being there. And Keenan Allen, who was a top 5 wide receiver before he went down. I just I kind of want to wait and maybe I trade for one of these guys in the second or third quadrant. I don't want to start off drafting these guys as a starter, depending on Rome Odunze or depending on Keenan Allen. DJ Moore, I will depend on him. That contract helps it out, but we all knew that DJ Moore was special anyway. We thought maybe Rome Odunze could come and take his role. I was like, I don't know about that. With that type of money, no, he's not doing that. Let's see here. What other news is going on? Roman Wilson went down with an injury today at camp. Suffering an ankle injury and was carted off the field today, guys. On 7-on-7 drill, he was tackled awkwardly. They said he went down funny on his ankle. So they said he's day-to-day. So it wasn't like a career-ending injury or a season-ending injury, which is good. So let's put prayers up for Roman Wilson. Hopefully he comes back quick. Let's see anything else is worth talking about as far as it can. Well, they saying Ben Sharonic, he played for the Rams last year. Says he's impressing at camp at Houston Texans. Who cares about that, man? If you're not Stephon Diggs, Tank Dale, or Nico, we don't care nothing about that. Unless you was maybe the tight end, but we don't care nothing about a wide receiver. We're talking about he's playing good at camp. Guys, that's why I do listen to what they say about camp, but some of this is just like glory talk. Ben Sharonic, who are you going to take out? Stephon Diggs? Tank Dale? Like, I don't care what is Ben Sharonic playing good in camp. I don't care nothing about that. This is something interesting. Miles Sanders is getting first team reps. Now, I think they doing it because they paying that dude a lot of money. That dude is making like $7 million this year. I still think Chuba Hubbard and Jonathan Brooks is the 1 and 2 punch here. Depending on who's going to get the most reps, I don't know. But I would say I like Chuba Hubbard. But I do want to stash Jonathan Brooks and pick him at the right ADP. Let's see. Russell Wilson is making last name Wilson. Russell, last name Wilson is making progress to come back. Guys, he might not get that job back. If Justin Fields goes out there and start playing good and start like balling with George Pickens, they're gonna let them play. They're not gonna give Russell Wilson that job back. So I think Justin Fields is probably it's gonna be his job to lose. JJ McCarthy, the quarterback from Michigan that got drafted to the Minnesota Vikings, will be getting more reps in August. Zamir White looks like he's going to be the starter running back. That's why I've been drafting him all year long. Rashad Bateman is not practicing. There you go again. Come on, Bateman. We need you to play. If you can't play this year, I don't know if you're ever going to really play. Chris Olave exits with a hip injury. Hopefully he's okay. That's another reason why I'm not on Chris Olave. I'm not going to sit here. An injury can happen to anybody. But I just don't think he has the body, to be an alpha wide receiver. So that's another reason. A.T. Perry is not playing that great at camp right now. Slow start at camp. The guy who's balling is Rashid Shaheed. I've been on Rashid Shaheed. I said that Rashid Shaheed was better than Chris Olave. I know a lot of people don't like when I say that. My boy Ro don't like when I say that. But in a vacuum, he's better. But if you want to just look at route running and draft capital, no. But I think Rashid Shaheed, the way the NFL game is played now, I think a guy like Rashid Shaheed is going to be better than Chris Olave. Now, if you put Chris Olave in the slot, he's probably going to be the best slot wide receiver in the game. But if you put him as an outside number one target guy, I don't know. That's just my 2 cents. Caleb Williams will not be playing in the Hall of Fame game. Tyson Bagent will be the starter. Let's see. Trayvon Diggs, the cornerback, is from the Dallas Cowboys, is activated from the PUP list, so he will be ready for the start of the season. Will Shipley is competing with Gainwell for the backup running back position. Come on, Gainwell. I love you, man. Let's see what you're going to do. Will Shipley can catch that ball. He's a great receiving back. Demario Douglas did log a 7-on-7 snaps today. I think he's the Patriot slot wide receiver, starting slot wide receiver. Aaron Rodgers will not be playing in the preseason. And here's some news, guys. This is what they're saying. Bijan Robinson could be in a timeshare again. I don't believe that. Yes, other guys will be getting some snaps, but Bijan ain't getting no 12 to 15 carries a game. He's going to be the starter. He's going to get the goal line back. If they don't give him the goal line back, then something is incredibly wrong. They overdrafted Bijan Robinson. You got to let him go. You can't patty cake him. If you patty cake him, I'm not even talking for fantasy because I know I'm biased. But if you sit there and put this guy in a timeshare, what are you doing? Like, even Jahmyr Gibbs may be kind of in a timeshare, but Jahmyr Gibbs still is the elite fantasy football player. If Bijan Robinson doesn't get at least 15, 20 touches a game, or I would say 250 plus carries this year, then Atlanta Falcons, something is going on. So I just don't believe all that, what they're saying here. They say Tyjae Spears is going for a big role this year. That's what they're saying. He's going to have a big role. I think he's going to have a nice role, maybe 10 carries, but they're just a backup to keep Bijan fresh. I don't think he's going to be getting goal line carries. So that's the only thing that we worried about. Aiden O'Connor and Gardner Minshew is still splitting reps. Aiden O'Connor and Gardner Minshew is still splitting reps. So we don't know who the starting quarterback. To me, it doesn't matter. I think Antonio Pierce is going to pick the best quarterback to play. So I'm okay with that. Elijah Mitchell might not be the backup for CMC. It could be Jordan Mason. Elijah Mitchell they say he's struggling trying to get the backup role this year. Let's see, is anything else? And Rashad Penny, he retired. And when he was in his prime, guys, Rashad Penny was nice. The injuries overtook his career. Damian Pierce, extensive action expected Thursday. So he's going to get a lot of workload in the game Thursday. Let's see what he got. Let's see here. I think that's about it, guys. That's about it. The rest of the guys are kind of like defensive players, and we're not going through that. Yeah, okay. So let's see what's going on here. D Lion says, yes, sir. Rashid over Olave. Yes, sir. I said that. Yes, I believe that. D Lion says, been trying to tell these New Orleans guys down here, they don't want to hear it. I know, bro. I know. They love Olave. CHB in the building. He says, I can't believe the greatest of all time, Rashad Penny, retired. Why? I know, bro. I know, right? I know. Sharonda Bowers. What's going on with you, Sharonda? I have the second pick in the 12-team league. You better take Tyreek Hill or Amon-Ra St. Brown. Tyreek Hill or Amon-Ra St. Brown. Let me see if there's anything. Okay. Robbie says, let him play. Damn it. Yes, sir. All right. So, guys, let's start breaking down some content. Let's get it going. So, the first guy that I want to talk about. Let me share this screen. Okay. Again, guys, the title of this video is my top 5 running back sleepers that have great ADP value. Now, there's a lot of guys that got great ADP value, but these are my top guys. Okay. So, guys, everybody, let me know if you can see it. Let me know if it looks good, if the stream is clear. Okay, Brian Robinson Jr. Yes, Brian Robinson Jr. So, guys, let's look at this ADP value right here. Let's look at this ADP value. Okay, so let's not look at standard, and let's look at PPR. So he's not in PPR. He's the number 32 running back going off the board. So in a 12-team league, most of the time it's 2 running backs that are starting. So that's 24. So he's outside of that group. So that means he's gravy. You can get him. And overall player 92. Overall player 92. So that's probably 9th, 10th round, depending on the league format, 8th round, somewhere around there. So I love him. Let me show you why I like Brian Robinson Jr. Now, I did like Antonio Gibson before Brian Robinson. Why Brian Robinson was there, but they didn't want to use Antonio Gibson, and that's fine. And that's on me. I had to go down with the ship with Antonio Gibson. I love Antonio Gibson, but he never became anything that I thought he could. I think he is before his time. He's a hybrid. They don't know how to use him. But let's go look at some stuff. Let's go look at that game log. Okay. So this is what I'm looking at right here. You see these attempts, 19, 18, 10, 14, 10, 10, 18, 17, 15. So when you're running back 32 off the board and you're getting this type of opportunity, guys, you have to go with it. This is fantasy. This is where the numbers game come in. I'm taking that opportunity at the end of my draft. And we've done it in a lot of mock drafts. We've taken Brian Robinson Jr. because we know that he's going to get work, even though he might not be special. But look, I'm going to go over here, look at his finishers. You see that right there? 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 You got to take that opportunity cost right there. Anybody that's running back 32 that finished as the RB1, not once, but close to almost 2 times in a season, you got to take that. You got to be able to draft this guy. And so this is a sleeper. So this is a guy that you can put in as the flex. This is the guy that you can put in at the flex, and you can be better. You got an RB who's getting all the goal line touches. Now, listen, I like Austin Eckler at a certain ADP. I love Austin Eckler at a certain ADP. But he's not going to get the goal line touches like Brian Robinson Jr. So I love Brian Robinson at his ADP. I'm picking up Brian Robinson. Okay. So let's move on. Let's move on to my next guy. My next guy going to be Tyjae Spears. Yes, sir. Tyjae Spears. And the reason why, guys, Tyjae Spears to me is a sleeper. Let's look at his ADP. Let's look at his ADP. So, like I said, we don't look at standard. Nobody plays in standard leagues. Nobody plays in standard leagues. So, in PPR, he's running back 34. He's going after Brian Robinson. Brian Robinson was what? 32? Tyjae is 34. Tyjae is running back 34 coming off the board. So, guys, for what he did last year, where he was behind Derrick Henry, and he had weekly finishes as running back 12, running back 17, and running back 9. Week 18, when they finally started to say, listen, Tyjae, we're going to bench Derrick Henry, we're going to let you go. And when they gave him a full workload, he was running back 9. So this year with Tony Pollard, I'm not saying he's going to be running back 9 every week, but that running back 33 and 44 is going to go up. That's going to be running back 22, running back 17. You're going to see like 17, 19. You're not going to see 68 and 44 with Tony Pollard there. So I'm going to take him. He's going after Brian Robinson. This is a flex play killer. This is how you win championships. You have to win you got to beat people at the flex. Everybody got good running backs and good wide receivers and a good quarterback. So you have to win at the flex plays. Let's see. D-Lion says, and we whip JD. Yes, Jaden Daniels. CHB says, my pick, B-Rob. Yes, sir. D-Lion says, Tyjae, big money. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So let's move on to my next guy. My next guy is going to be Chase Brown. Chase Brown. And guys, the reason why I like Chase Brown, let's go look at his ADP. His ADP is 42. Running back 42 and 4 PPR. Overall player 124 coming off the board. So one of the main reasons why I like Chase Brown. Now, listen, he only had a couple games where he played good. So looking at his game log is not going to show. He was explosive. He had a couple of explosive plays. But guys, this year they saying that Chase Brown in camp is going to be the bell cow, and Zach Moss is going to be the pass down back because he's a great pass protector. So Chase Brown, the guys at that ADP, I'm taking them. These are guys that you have to try to pick up on your teams, and also stash these type of guys if you already got a starting lineup. These are optimal guys. This is why I'm doing this video. This is how you win championships. Listen, we hope that CMC and Bijan and Breach and Jahmyr Gibbs and Saquon, we hope all those guys stay healthy the whole season, and Devon A-Chain. But guys, that doesn't never happen. Somebody goes down, something happens. And so what you're going to do when your guy go down, are you going to go and complain to a fantasy football channel, or are you going to go and have a backup plan and say, I don't care if that guy went down. I got Chase Brown. I'm good. Hold on, guys. I'm good. I'm fine that yes, I had CMC. I took him number 1 overall, but I also drafted Chase Brown in the 12th round or 13th round. And I'm good. They say he's starting now. Something happened to Zach Moss, or Zach Moss is not getting it done. Chase Brown actually is a top 5 running back. He's broke out. I got him. That's how you win fantasy football championships. Say you are already 6-1, and you got Chase Brown, and they say he's getting a full workload. You can trade and go get you a Garrett Wilson. Go get you a Amon-Ra St. Brown because the other owner he need a running back, right, or whatever. Now you got trade value. Or you got another guy to put in the flex and just go ahead and smash everybody and win your championship. Okay. Yes. Harami says Walmart Eckler is going to ball. Yes. And he's been calling him Walmart. That's his guy. Now, I like Chase Brown, but he's been calling him Walmart Eckler since me and Harami did our first video together, our first live together. He loved Walmart Austin Eckler. All right, let's move on. Let's go to my next guy. And I'm going to get to everybody comment. Guys, you got any comments? Put it in here. Put it in here. Y'all see how, look at the volume in here. You see how I don't got the volume when I do the vertical lives? Y'all see why I do the vertical lives? It's 13. Okay, now we got 16 people in here. Usually, guys, we've been having like 25 people in here, 35 people in here. Now I got 16. Make sure you hit the like button, guys. Let's get the likes. So let me look at the likes because I'm providing, this is cutting edge content. Let me see how many likes we got. We only got 8 likes. We got 16 people in here. Let's get the likes up. In this type of format, I got to have the likes, guys, because this don't hit the algorithm like the vertical lives do. Okay. So let's go. I see you, Kenny. I see you, bruh. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's see here. My next guy is going to be Rico Dowdle. Rico Dowdle. Let me tell you why I like Rico Dowdle. Ezekiel Elliott, guys, I don't think he's going to be the starting running back the whole year. I don't think they picked up Ezekiel Elliott to be the starting running back the whole year. I think they picked him up to be a veteran, somebody they can count on early. And that way, when Rico or Deuce Vaughn, one of these guys break out, they got a little buffer room to wait on that. They don't have to rely on these guys early because Zeke know how to play the game. He's just not as explosive as those guys. So and also let me show you Rico's ADP. Running back 46, overall player 152. Excuse me. The reason why I like Rico Dowdle, guys, going at 46, this guy is like, they're going to run the ball some. So wherever he give you guys is going to be gravy. If he don't hit, it's okay. It's okay. This guy outplayed Tony Pollard in 2 or 3 games. We saw it. They was about to get this guy the starting position, the starting role, but he got hurt. He outplayed Tony Pollard last year. So I'm drafting Rico Dowdle as a great ADP value running back. He's a sleeper. So I'm not going to show his game log. He had a couple good games, but it doesn't matter about his game log. It's the opportunity that he has and that he outplayed Tony Pollard. So if he can outplay Tony Pollard, he can outplay Zeke. All right. Last but not least, guys, it's going to be Devin Singletary. Devin Singletary. And guys, the only reason why I'm drafting Devin Singletary at his ADP, which is running back 35. So that's that's a decent ADP compared to the rest of these guys, but it's still gravy. You still can get him. Overall player 103. And you can see the different platforms, ESPN, you can see Sleeper, whatever. I go with the consensus. So I believe that Devin Singletary, just draft him, and whatever happens, ride the wave. Guys, we don't know, but we got to take opportunity calls on guys like this who's going to be the starting role from the beginning, and they gave him a contract. So don't overthink it. Don't say he ain't that good. He's going to get hurt. He's small. It doesn't matter. Pause. He's still going to be the starting running back, so why not draft the guy and see what happens? And it's not going to affect your team when he's running back 35 off the board. So this is the point of this video. This is how you win. After you go and get your guys, you get your wide receivers, you get your tight end, you get your quarterback, whatever, fill in your flexes. Then you start looking for these type of guys. These are the next guys that should be going off the board. I'm not going to get a rookie wide receiver like Rome Odunze when Devin Singletary, when all my positions is filled and Devin Singletary is on the board. There's no way I'm drafting Rome Odunze over him because Devin Singletary is starting. Now, if he's hurt or something like that, then yeah. Or if you just own one and you believe in Rome Odunze or something like that, I'm not going to tell you not to go with your guy, but I'm drafting these guys. I'm trying to get many of these guys as I can on my bench, 3 or 4 of them. Where they starting, they the backup Conda, Chase Brown, all that time. I'm drafting a lot of these guys. So, yes, sir. Ronald says, "What up, TD? What up, bro? I see you. What kind of fish is that?" He says, "Hope all is well." Yes, sir, bro. Yes, sir. Jeremy Place, people don't understand the value of running back depth, right? Running back depth is huge. Hector says Zach Robinson just said Tyler Algier is going to have a big role, so does not mean Bijan Robinson could be in a timeshare again. So does that mean that Bijan Robinson could be in a timeshare again? I'm going to say no. I think what they saying is that Tyler Algier is going to be maybe have a kind of like a David Montgomery role, but Bijan Robinson is going to get all the honey touches. Guys, if Bijan Robinson don't get the honey touches, I don't know what to tell you. Even Kyron Williams got the honey touches last year. Like, I just believe that they, using Tyler Algier, said they don't have to run Bijan Robinson in the ground. And that makes sense. I don't think nobody should be getting 100% of the carries, but 100% of the goal line honey touches, if Tyler Algier comes in and takes a goal line carry from Bijan Robinson, and Bijan Robinson hasn't broke like a 70-yard run and he ain't tired, I don't know what to tell you. I'm still drafting Bijan Robinson at the 1718. I'm still drafting. I think he's going to be playing a lot of wide receiver. Just because Tyler Algier is in the game doesn't mean that Bijan Robinson won't be in the game. You can also extend a running back career by giving them pass catches, right? By letting them catch passes. So I still believe in Bijan Robinson. Don't let that scare you. I would say, guys, use this as a buying opportunity. Don't be too, quote unquote, hard up to go get Bijan. So you kind of be like, man, dang, man. So Alpha got like a 3rd round pick. No, he's not gonna take a 3rd round pick for Bijan, but offer him that. And he might be like, bro, I ain't giving him up for no 3rd round. I'm like, bro, he gonna be struggling this year. And maybe you can get him for cheaper, but don't go hard at him real early because they're not gonna come up off of him. So kind of play the game like, yeah, man, he's in a timeshare. Or take Tyler Algier and try to sell it to the Bijan Robinson owner and get you a second round pick or something. I'm not going to sit there and let that deter me from getting Bijan Robinson. Jeremy says, if I don't leave the draft with at least 5 running backs, I don't like my draft. Right. And I'm talking about backup running backs to death. I don't have to have 5 starting running backs, but 5 running backs that I know going to have a chance to be starting at some point in time, different quadrants. That's how I like to play. I had Gus Edwards. I didn't think Gus Edwards was going to be good last year, but all of a sudden, Gus Edwards won me some weeks. That's what you got to do. You got to get these running backs that nobody wants. They may be old. He ain't got nothing going on no more. Go ahead and stash him on your team. He's going to get an opportunity. Kenny says, once I get my first 4 or 5 studs, I'm really going to have fun picking players. Right. That's how you do it. That's when the draft starts, after you get your starting lineup. After you get your starting lineup. All right, guys. So I got I have a sleeper, another guy, a honorable mention guy. And this honorable mention guy is going to be Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard. And the reason why, guys, I like Chuba Hubbard, I think this guy played really well last year. And, I think they're going to run the ball a lot this year to save Bryce Young. They don't want Bryce Young turning the ball over. That's what you do. When you come in to a team and you have a young quarterback and he took a lot of sacks, you control the line of scrimmage. That way he has easier reads, because when you are establishing the line of scrimmage with the run game, the defense have to play man-to-man to try to come up and blitz and play run fits to stop the line of scrimmage. And so now when he does pass, the play action pass is going to be open. You can see the lanes. It looks more like a college game. Instead of he's dropping back into cover 2 shells. When he's trying to pass against cover 2 and cover 4 and rotating safeties, that's very hard for the quarterback to process at the NFL level, even if you are elite. So I believe they're going to run the ball 60% of the time, maybe a little bit less. So I don't believe that they're just going to come out and give it all to Miles Sanders. I think Chuba Hubbard is the guy that I think can come in and they can say, you know what, this guy still looks the best. Now, if you go and you watch him in preseason and he doesn't look good and Miles Sanders is out playing him or Jonathan Brooks is healthy, then you can make an adjustment. Right now, I'm still going with Chuba Hubbard until somebody tell me something else. And even if he does get beat out, I'm still stashing him. Because I don't know now. Jonathan Brooks start going for 150 yards a game, then it's over, right? He probably gonna be the starting running back, and then you just got to play the injury game if it comes to that. But right now, I'm betting on Chuba Hubbard to be a starter. You never know. Like, who would have thought Gus Edwards was gonna be as solid as he did? We didn't know J.K. Dobbins was gonna go down first week, so you got to be able to hold on guys, knowing that they can get an opportunity and they're good players, right? I'm not telling you to go get Leonard Fournette. I'm not telling you to go get guys that are over the hill, but I do want you to get guys who can have opportunities eventually as the season go on into different quadrants. Okay, guys. So I really don't like these lives. They don't do me any justice. Only way I'm gonna do these lives probably in the season, guys, is on Sunday morning to answer questions. And I don't even know if I'm gonna do that then. I still might go vertical. They just don't hit the algorithm that much. So that's why, guys, I know you're like, well, Tita, you're not doing any mock drafts. And I'm like, why? For what? I'm gonna sit around and be on a live for 3 hours and don't get a subscriber? Not saying it's not y'all fault, because I got loyal people. It'd be 15, 16 people in here, and we'd be drafting and we'd be ranking teams. But far as people 25, 30, 40 showing it to new people, it doesn't happen. So that's why I don't like the mock drafts are kind of a waste of my time. But I'm going to be doing a couple for the members, and I might even make it just private. You know what I'm saying? Just do it for y'all, for y'all being able to donate to me. I'm gonna get back to y'all and just make it private. And I might show it but I'm not gonna make it where I'm gonna sit home for 3 hours and waiting for somebody to try to subscribe because they don't hit the algorithms correct. Big Wheel says, my problem until last season was dropping these late round running backs early just to see the boom in the third, fourth quadrant for someone else that picked them. Right. Never again. You taught me the game, TD. Yes, sir. Though you don't drop these guys, you hold on. You held on to Derrick Henry, and he helped win you some important weeks. And it didn't look good. And the guys are trying to lowball you on them. No, if I know I got something, I'm holding on to it. Especially running backs. I might, guys. It's still kind of early. It's only 10 o'clock. I might do a vertical live after this. Let's see. Rick Diaz says, let's not forget to support the Olympics. Go USA. Yes, sir, Rick Diaz. I agree. Let's support the Olympics, guys. I'm not a big Olympics guy, man. I'm a football guy. I'm not gonna sit here and lie, but I do watch it when I get time. I do watch when they show the highlights, who's being great. When Michael Phelps killed, I supported that. I do like watching rugby. The girls' rugby looks to be fun. I mean, they got some beast girls out there. Like, I don't know if some of the guys, like, I don't know if I could go out there and compete against some of those girls out there for the rugby. But yes, Rick Diaz, subscribe to the channel if you're new, bro. Appreciate you being here. Yes, sir. Let's get the likes up. Let's see how many likes we got. $13 likes. I would take that. That's 4. Yes, sir. Diaz is a legend. Okay. Yes, sir. Anybody? I guess, man, it's still kind of early. TZ says Rocket Red countdown liftoff. Rocket Red countdown liftoff. What that mean, TZ? If anybody want to come up, you're welcome to. If not, I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. So I'm gonna give y'all a little bit. But I think I might do another vertical live after this one. I'm gonna do another topic. Anybody got any suggestions? Right, I know. Right, but I don't understand why I need to stream vertical when I'm doing this, Ro. I don't understand why I need to stream vertical. Don't understand that. I know it. I can change it to vertical before I go live, but why? I'm like, why should I do that? If I'm gonna do vertical, I might as well stay on my cell phone. All right, guys. Well, I guess I'm gonna get ready to get out of here. Thank y'all for tuning in. I'm gonna try to do another live after this. Let me see. Kenny says, "Do we really care about kickers?" No. That's why I don't do content on kickers. Nah. No. I'm gonna say no, man. I don't draft kickers. I pick one up right before the season starts. It can hurt you. It could help you, right? I'm not gonna sit there and act like kickers don't matter, but I'm just gonna take somebody, try to go with the whatever left, the best offense. Brandon says, "Is it finally Jameson Williams' season?" Yes. I think he's gonna have probably about 700-800 yards, probably about 6 or 7 touchdowns, and have a big time ADOT. He's gonna have some big plays for this offense. So he can help you win a league, especially for best ball. But I wouldn't draft him to be a top number 2 wide receiver. I would just draft him to play him as a flex play, especially like on a bye week, and get the boom. That's what I think it's going to be. TZ always showing support. He said the keyboard don't work. Laugh out. So I had to choose emoji only. If it's full PPR, would you start wide receiver? Again, TZ, it depends, bro. What's left on the board? It doesn't matter. You could go 5 straight wide receivers if you can start them all, right? I don't think it matters. It's all what's left on the board. I'm not going to tell you to take Garrett Wilson over B. John or Breach just to go wide receiver. Get the best players available, bro. I appreciate the super chat. Appreciate the super chat. But yeah, I say it doesn't matter if you go outside of a tight end and a quarterback. In Superflex, it don't matter. Dynasty, it don't matter. Maybe tight. You might not want to go a tight end too super early. Maybe second, third round in Dynasty. But in redraft, it can be wide receiver, 5 wide receivers. It can be 5 running backs. It doesn't matter. Get the best player available. Go follow the list. And guys, you know what? I'm gonna do some content on this, but I'm about to give y'all a snippet of my draft guide. That's what I'm gonna do for y'all. And I'm gonna do my quarterbacks right now. This is my quarterbacks. This is the draft guide. Now listen over here, guys. I couldn't figure out how to split this and where I could reorder with the numbers. So once you start reordering through the passing attempts, passing completions, all the stuff that I have up here that I got to organize, it messes us up. So what I did is I just put the number, and I think that makes it even better, because just because I got CJ Stroud number 1 don't mean that you need to concentrate on that. Because there's other guys out here that's going to be beating CJ Stroud in these numbers, and you need to be able to look at a certain stat and just concentrate on that. So I actually kind of like it like this. So let me show you. So if I want to go who led in passing attempts, let me go from largest to smallest. And I'm sorry, I don't know why that came up right there. So look. Passing attempts. You got Jared Goff. So I don't need, so it's going to change it up. It's showing you that Jared Goff is my number 10 ranking quarterback right here, right? Jared Goff is my number 10 ranking quarterback, but he led in passing attempts, and he's green bean. All the green beans is the top guys for passing attempts. So if you like the numbers, you want to go with the guy with the most passing attempts, then you can say, okay, well, I'm a numbers guy. And that's telling you that Jared Goff is probably going to be top 5 in passing attempts. That means that he's going to be a good fantasy football quarterback for you as far as the numbers. So he had more attempts than guys like CJ Stroud and Lamar Jackson. So let's go with another one. Let's go. Who's efficient? Who's efficient? So let's go largest to smallest. Dak Prescott. He had more completions than any other quarterback. Okay, let's go. And I'm going to show y'all one more, man. I'm going to do one more, too. I'm going to go to the running backs. This is a running back video. So let's go to the running backs. Okay. So I got ADP. So the guys that's going early is green bean on ADP. And I got them ranked by colors. It's down here. Green means elite. Yellow means average. Red means low. So all the guys I got in green, those are my elite guys. I put them green. So Derrick Henry, Saquon, Kyron, Jonathan Taylor, Jameer Breach, B. John, CMC is my elite guys. My middle tier guys are the yellow guys. Let's see. Rushing touchdowns. Largest to smallest. We sort. That's how you go. You just click here. You sort it. Largest to smallest. Boom. Okay. Scroll over. You got Raheem Mostert with 18. You got CMC with 14. You got Gus Edwards with 13. He's my number ranked 19 guy, though. You see how that's a value? You can say, well, who should I pick? You go to rushing touchdowns. You're like, well, Gus Edwards is there, but he's number 19. This is a good value. Ranked number 19, but he still led in rushing touchdowns. So that's an opportunity cost right there. So, guys, this is how my draft guide is going to be. Then going down here below, I want to show you at the bottom down here. Here's my different. So I got stash rookies. Wait a minute, I didn't want to show that. I didn't want to show that. But yeah, you can see down here at the bottom. I got sleepers. I got bell cows, stash rookies, dual threat quarterbacks, tight ends. Go back to my running backs. So yeah, guys, if you want to get that draft guide, this is what that is. So I just want to show y'all that real quick. Rose says, "Cause you can do a mock on the computer, but not a phone." Right, but I'm saying the mock drafts don't really help. They don't hit the algorithms. I mean, I could do a vertical mock. Maybe that might hit the algorithm, but I like to bring people up. And it's going to look weird as a vertical mock bringing people up. Zach says, with the Bijan news, where do you rank him compared to Breach and CMC and all of them? Or does it not? I don't think it affects Bijan. I'm not going to let it affect Bijan because he's going to be catching passes. I think Bijan is still a top 5 running back. He has to get the goal line honey touches. He's still going to be a top 5 running back to me. That's just me. But if you are nervous, I understand that. And if you want to move on to Breach, I would be okay with that. I'm not. I'm still taking Bijan over Breach. I'm still willing to pivot from CMC at the number 1 overall pick and take a Tyreek Hill, or at the 1-7, 1-8, just take Bijan first and feel great about that. I don't have to take CMC. I still like going with Bijan, but I wouldn't necessarily draft Bijan number 1 overall over guys like Tyreek Hill, and CeeDee Lamb, Amon-Ra St. Brown. Brandon says, I'm drafting tight end last. Nobody even thinking about Likely from Baltimore. Coach has been talking him up. Yes. And I said that he was going to ball. That's why I'm fading Mark Andrews at his ADP. Now, if Mark Andrews, if he falls late, then yes, I'm taking Mark Andrews. But I'm not going to take him in the 3rd round like the 1st or the 2nd tight end off the board. Because Likely he's going to be getting. I mean, now listen. Mark Andrews probably going to get 10 receiving touchdowns. He is going to be the green zone receiving guy that they're going to look for, and when they get in the green zone when it comes to passing. But I don't think he's going to have 75 or 80 catches this year. I would say more like 60 some catches this year. But very efficient, kind of like George Kittle. I think that's his value is going to be like that. Zach says, I'm going to try to trade a 3rd for Bijan for my dynasty team. I'm going to try to trade a third for Bijan for my dynasty. Okay, trade a 3rd. Okay, and get Bijan for your dynasty team? Yes, if you can get Bijan for your dynasty team, do that. I don't know if somebody's going to give you a 3rd for him, but if you can do that, man, I definitely would try to do that. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to get ready to get out of here. Like I said, I'm going to try to do a live after this. Hopefully, let me see. Uncle Ted, this is why aren't more ex-NFL footballs going over and dominating rugby? Imagine AP in rugby. Man, because they made their money. Nobody wants to do that when you already made $50 million. Those ain't no rugby player out there with $50 million in their account. So you don't want to get tackled with no pads if you done made $50 million. That's why I think. Now you might have a few guys that might love the game like that. Maybe like a Tom Brady mindset type guy that he might love to go out there and play rugby. Maybe a guy that got injured early and couldn't quite get back on the field. Maybe some of those guys, but I doubt it. It's a little bit of a different game. If rugby was paying you about $4 or $5 million a year, yeah. But them guys making like $20,000. Brandon says, does Penix, Fields, or Trey Lance have the most impact of their if they get the job? I think Fields. Trey Lance, we just got to see more. But if Fields gets the job with his running ability, I think he can be nasty. Uncle Ted says rugby players make way more than you think. Yeah, they're not making they're not making what the bench players are making in the NFL, though, Uncle Ted. They ain't making what the bench players are making. They might be making $100,000, but what is $100,000 to an NFL player? If you on an NFL roster, you're gonna make way more than $100,000. The league minimum is like $300,000 a year. AP is broke. Otherwise, he wouldn't be boxing. Right. But he just feel like it's beneath him. I get what you're saying. Me and you would do it, but these guys that's played it, they ain't doing it. Would you go and work for $7.25 at McDonald's? Like, if you ain't got to go and work $7.25 at McDonald's, you're not doing it, right? That's how they feel about rugby. They just don't. They feel like it's beneath them. AP feel like he would get laughed at. That's what I would think. But I'm not going to sit here and disagree with you and say these guys can't add some of that money and pay off some of that child support. Uncle Ted says, Cage Stovey is this year's Sam Laporta. Watch him Thursday for the Texans. He's destroying the camp. Hey, I know, bro, you've been on him for a while. I will be trying to pick him up. I've been trying to get him. People won't give him to me. I've been trying to get him, man. You sold me on him. Uncle Ted says, watch rugby in the Olympics. That's very interesting sport. America should dominate. Right. I like it. I like to watch the girls play. All right, guys. Y'all be safe. I'm going to see y'all later. Peace.
Okay, turn me up. They don't want no smoke, I'm in my bag. Bitch, I'm rolling up. They say they shit hot. Hot, bitch, I'm burning up.